Hey Pops, here are the descriptions of the exercises for the workout that I gave you. Hopefully this helps. The overhead squat. You can do this either from the ground, as in with a deadlift, or from a squat rack. I prefer doing it from the ground, but you can choose what you want. Start on the ground. You can have shoulder width or slightly more than shoulder width to aid with the balance of the move. What you'll do is normal deadlift off the ground, clean it up to your shoulders, press it over your head, and you will hold it in this position for the entirety of the exercise. What you'll do is a normal squat position, legs slightly wider than shoulder width, but you can also have them shoulder width, toes pointing forward, maybe slightly out, but not too much. You'll squat down and back up, holding the weight over your head. Again, like I said, don't focus on a whole lot of weight for this. This is basically for opening up the chest, warming up your body, and getting blood flowing through a lot of the different areas. The bodybuilder. I use it mostly as an exercise to warm myself up, and it's a good all-around exercise that works basically every muscle in your body. What you do is you start out with a bar. I usually start out with a bare bar, no weight on it at first, just to get used to the exercise. You can do it shoulder width or slightly more than shoulder width. It's up to you. Whichever one you feel more comfortable with, you'll find out as you do more and more of it. You start out normal deadlift position. It's on the ground. Deadlift it up to your legs. Clean it up to your shoulders. Press it above your head. Let it slowly down behind your neck. Let it rest on your shoulders. Do a full squat. Back up to the top. You can push press it over your head. Lower it slowly to your chest. Let it hit your thighs, and then back down. That's one. The Romanian Deadlift. Now, unlike a regular deadlift, where you'll have your arms at about shoulder width, what you'll do for the Romanian deadlift is you have your arms very wide, as close to the plates as possible, or a little bit closer depending on how you want. Okay? Starts out like a normal deadlift. You lift the weight up off the floor. Then what you do is you bring your feet close together. Don't lock your knees back, but instead have a slight bend to them. And what you do is you'll keep your back relatively straight and slowly lower without bending your knees, and then back up. You'll feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Now the view from the side, again, knees aren't locked back, they're to the front, slight bend in them. Lower yourself slowly, and then back up. You'll notice that my back, relatively straight. Back up. The bottom of the movement, you'll notice, is when you start to feel it a little bit in your hamstrings. Don't go overboard, because you can hurt yourself if you go too far with this. Especially if you have lower back problems, go light on the weight at first and develop it slowly. The bent over row. The bent over row can be performed in two ways. You can have an overhand grip with my palms facing myself about shoulder width, bending over like so, and rowing up to the chest and back down. Up to the chest and back down. The second way is to have an underhand grip, palms facing away, up to yourself and back down. That's one. The side view of the angle, for the overhand grip, back straight, up to the chest and back down. The other angle, up to the chest, back down. Still, my back is straight. The good morning. Normal bar, set up on a squat rack so you can get under it and lift it up. Hands, normal grip for when you're doing a normal squat. Legs, close together, knees not locked back but have a slight bend to them. And this time, you'll bend slowly forward and back up. Almost exactly like the Romanian deadlift, except this time the weight is on your shoulders. The view from the side, slowly down and back up. You'll notice again, my back is straight. There's no extreme arch. I'm also not hunched over. My back is relatively straight. bar, the curl bar. And what you do is you get a very narrow grip on the curl bar. And standing, normal stance, keeping the weight close to your body. You lift it, keeping your elbows up to your chin, and then back down. You from the side, you pull it up to your chin, and back down. Making sure you're keeping that weight close to your body throughout the entire movement. The circle lunge is 10 parts. So it's straight forward, 1, 45-degree angle, 2, straight to the side, 3, back at a 45-degree angle, just your leg, 4, straight back behind you, right leg, 5, straight back behind you, the other leg, 6, back 45 degree, 7, directly to the side, 8, 45-degree angle to your front, 9, straight in front of you, 10. That's 1. The Sumo Squat. Now I prefer using a single dumbbell for this. Well, that is the Sumo Squat in general. What you'll do is you'll pick the dumbbell up and you'll pinch the top. So imagine this is where the handle is, this is the top weight, this is the bottom weight. What you do is you pinch the top weight like this in your hands. See how my hands are? And what you do is you get a very wide stance and you're pinching this at chest level. And what you do is you squat down. You can try and touch your elbows to your knees if you want, but you don't have to go that low at first. Develop the weight first and then stand back up. Down and back up. That's the Sumo Squat.